Welcome to the Art Lady's home. Today I'm out in the garden and I'm looking at my Dutchman's pipe vine. It's really beautiful today. I've got some full buds showing, and then I have some little mini pipes that are forming. So you're going to get to see some of the different stages. And I also have some Pipe Vine Swallowtails caterpillars that are eating this, because the Dutchman's pipe is the host plant to the Pipe Vine Swallowtail. So I'll show you some of those as well. Here you can see some of the caterpillars actually right on the vine, and they're kind of devouring the buds of this miniature pipe. And this one's a little was partially open, but actually they've devoured the flower part here. And this one is just about to open, but you can see, let me show you there it is. And you can see how I've got two of them really chomping away on this flower. So by the time I come home probably from work, this flower will not be, this will be devoured. They must like the flower part, because it seems like they eat the flower. If they have the choice, they devour the flower part, or the part, this beautiful colorful part, first before they actually eat the pipe. I'll show you some more of this. This vine is huge. Here's some of the area of that vine. You can tell it's a pretty old vine. Like I said, I can't remember how long I've planted it. Probably, I can't remember if it was before my son or after my son. I want to say about maybe 10 or 12 years. It could be less. I'm not sure. Sorry about that. Once I had my son, the time periods kind of just flew together when I planted things. Even names of things just kind of flew away of these plants in my garden. But that's the Pipe Vine Swallowtail caterpillar right there. As it gets older, it gets a little bit darker, brighter color. You see some of that intense, gorgeous orange spikes coming up. Now I'm going to slowly come back through here through the arbor, and you can see how this vine is just endless. I call it my look how huge it is going up, and it's mixed with some other vines that I had planted around this arbor. And you can see some of the pipes hanging in the trees. And then actually, you can see there's some of those cute pipes hanging in the trees. And then there's some right up there at the top of the screen. You can see some of the buds. Just they're so far up I can't get to them to show you, but they're actually, the blooms actually opened in the tree. And this goes up, this vine. It's thicker than my wrist at the very bottom, and this goes up way beyond the top of that tree. So way over 40 feet, I'd say, way over 40 feet. And then the bottom, I'll show you how it is. And this is in a shaded area here. Partial sun in the morning, and I had just left it. It could have been under 10 years, because I had just left it in a pot. I never even planted it. I'm guessing under 10 years now that I'm thinking about it. Under 10 years old. I had just left it in that pot, never planted it. Was planning on getting around to planting it, and it ended up growing into the dirt, and so I just left it there. And you can see how it's all twisting. It's really beautiful, the texture of that vine. It's got thick, kind of raised up relief areas. It's amazing. Now, I didn't know that it was even blooming, because most of my blooms for years happened up in the trees. And so occasionally I would just see a little bit of the flowers on the ground, the debris from the flowers. And then that's when I noticed it was starting to bloom. And then just this past year, I've been seeing the blooms start, or maybe the past 2 years, lower in the area. So what I'm guessing is maybe up at the top, some of it had dieback, and so it was forcing out some of these newer shoots lower, and started blooming closer to the ground, which I'm pretty excited for, because I couldn't enjoy them before. I hope you enjoy my little video tour of my pipe vine, my giant pipe vine, and the Pipe Vine Swallowtails.